Woo! Oh man, Catie, it's just you and me today. You and me. But we're gonna be here like Queen Latifah and have some UNITY and hold our girl down today. And she is not here with us. I know she's probably watching in spirit, but hi, I'm Mike Knoxxx. That is Cactus Catie. Cactus, this episode 13. Is it really challenging times here on the after show on UPRE?
It is. I am so thankful for it to finally getting to taste. Hopefully, the final is coming. But and besides that, we have a whole new episode and a whole new drama brewing up
So
tonight.
much drama. As we've done this
So
now,
much
you and
drama.
I. It's I've never really seen why people hate bananas, other than he's a dick,
He is a dick.
right? He he's truly he's a prick, right? Like calling him a dick is not good enough. He's a prick, right?
He's a
But
prick.
it works for him. He has a nice living behind it and a falling behind it. And like I don't hate on him for that, but
Right.
he really is a prick. So let's talk about this first episode today, Cactus. Episode 13. So we got the targets on the girls' backs. We know who the targets
Yes.
are. How did you feel about that? Now, we talked about that in the last week, but how did you feel about the targets this week?
The targets being Michelle, Cara Maria, and Olivia,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Cara Maria, she needed something to light underneath her bottom because she was just floating by. And Olivia Michelle, I'm just not a Michelle fan. I think she is a
It's hard
nothing
to like
without Devin.
Michelle. It's hard to
Yeah,
like Michelle,
it's
but
hard.
I think I fell for her this episode.
Mm.
I
We can
know,
talk
I
about
know.
that later.
I know. I'm normally good at sniffing out some bullshit, and I don't like the fact that she cries her way. And listen again, as a girl dad, I've dealt with crying. I have two cancer daughters. They are some of the most sensitive ladies around. I have two, and they're on two different spectrums of the cancer spectrum of their
Ooh.
birthdays. One in June, one in July. Okay, but they're both very emotional. Okay, I dealt with an emotional mother. Some would say, yeah, he spells his name with three X's because he's hardcore. Because I'm a crier. My favorite love story of all time is The Notebook. Okay,
Ooh.
so I get it. I get it. Okay, so I'm not making fun of her for crying,
No.
but I am making fun of her for crying. Cactus, I have to because are you in this thing to win or go home? Right? Or
Or just to shack up with Devin. More time with Devin.
what
And
is it? Right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
here she go. They're in this daily. She already has the time penalty on her, which I know they couldn't see it, but we saw was a big 40 doom pit, right? Cora called the pit of hell and how hot it was and calling in mud and shoes half over the place and everything like that. They got a race to get these columns back to build a pyramid out of ovals. Talking about pushing a square peg into a round hole. This is what they were trying to do with the pyramid, making it into a pyramid
She.
out of balls. Okay.
Yeah.
What you think about the daily first?
Okay. So the daily started, I think, at one of the record times into an episode. It was 13 minutes in, and they went right into it. There was a little drama beforehand, but we could talk about that in a minute. But the daily, it reminded me so much, and I'm sure they probably got this from that, but it was, I think it was enemies or mm, what is that called? The seasons where they hate each other but they were paired together. Uh,
Like rivals,
Rivals. Yeah, I think it
exes.
was Rivals 2,
Okay.
where they had to run on each side of the X and they had to compete
Yeah.
about putting balls in or something like that. I think
See,
it
they
reminded
love
me.
balls.
I
See,
mean, they do.
you gotta sorry, adult hour here. Cuff them. Gotta cuff them. A man likes when you cuff him. So you know.
You gotta give them all the glory. But yes. And so this reminded me tremendous amounts towards that. Um, I love that Aviv dropped her shoes. Like, I don't need this
Early,
baggage.
early,
Bye. Yeah, I
early.
can do this without this.
I guess that plantar
And
fasciitis is healed in the mud.
right. Yeah, no, that would have just totally thrown her off. Um, but no, she competed. Now, come to the end of the challenge, she had some trouble though. So
When you said it started early with the challenge, I looked twice and said, "Is this going off at 9 o'clock?" Like, because it was that soon. I said, "This is going to be a
yeah,
lot of." It has turned into. You said last week, you and Captain. It is the banana show now, right?
it
It this is.
is.
I mean, is he bringing in ratings like that? I don't know. You know, I'm here for the show regardless of who's on it. But banana's interesting. But no, she
He
loses
is
her shoe.
interesting.
she,
Yeah.
she she loses her shoe, and the whole thing. No plantar fasciitis exist anymore. Rachel and Jenny working together. It's like that's unfair. You
Yes.
got Cyborg and a Bionic Woman working side by each other. Like how you supposed to stop Cyborg and a Bionic Woman? I don't know. Were you not?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
That's why I come. Pause. But um,
Uh,
that Johnny's angels working together and their foot rubbing fetishes. Your thoughts on them?
with the long toe. If you have a long toe, you're out. Like, you're just out from day of conception, right?
That's
Like,
weird. Like, what's considered a long toe? If a woman has a big
I
foot,
think it
wouldn't
was
her
your,
toe be long?
yeah, the toe next to your big toe. If
Oh,
that's
that should
longer
not
than
be
your
bigger
big
than your
toe,
big toe. If your index toe, your pointer
yes,
toe, right, it's bigger than your thumb toe, right? Then there's a
yes,
toe problem going on. So
it's a toe problem.
yes,
And I'm not gonna lie, I am like borderline germophobic,
okay.
and I see that same issue, and it kind of turns me off. But it's not like, oh, you can't be friends with me because you have a long toe. But you gotta look at it and go, okay. Now
That's
I
how I
don't even
see
know.
it.
Yeah, no,
That's how
for
your
sure not
face
mine.
was on the screen just then. It was just frozen like this. So you were talking
Sorry.
though. It's so funny. That's don't you apologize. It's just me. I'm just joshing you. Oh, speaking of that guy, right? You know that was gonna come up eventually this episode because when I'm talking about Josh, that means I'm only be talking about one thing and one thing only. That's what he is. It's just that's how I feel. If I saw Josh in person, I would say in a chair we can have a real fight, right? Because I got
He
bad knees and
is.
all.
He
You know,
is.
I don't
Yeah.
like men that argue with women. Point blank. I do not. That's why I call him out of his name. This is why I think other things about him. As to me, like the reason why I'm not in love with Johnny is I remember how him and Wes used to talk to girls. I'm sorry, I'm a girl dad. I'm a mama's boy. You don't like, and I'm not saying I haven't argued with women before, right? But that's they sometimes go out of their way to do it. That's my point here. You have to defend the ladies. You got it. What Tupac told me, you got to make love to them, be kind to them, and kind of heal our women, be real to our women. You can't sit out there and just be disrespecting our women. So even with all
Aw.
that being said, Josh, stop acting like a little. That's all. Sitting there arguing with
I
her.
I truly respect that, and I mean, for instance, you see, and now granted, he's been in a serious relationship. He has been um
Not yet.
thinks it is. I'm talking about is Jordan. Jordan's not getting involved in that kind of shenanigans. He's just, yeah,
He is
he's not gonna do
skating
it.
by this season.
He
Is
is
he not?
skating by right to that finale.
Right to that finale, just being the one of the goats that he is. What's going on, Charmaine? I'm sorry, you put it up there already, Katie. I'm not used to having people work with me.
Sorry,
There you
sorry.
go. Um, but what I mean, I just Jordan's that guy. Like, I'm serious. Like, I mean, this in a like I need to watch like his videos every day to get my fat ass out of bed to the gym on time because he is just an
It's
inspiration.
amazing.
I'm saying,
He
you know what I mean?
is.
And how he just, I'm not saying he's not a dick and things like that because I didn't like how he yells at him. I don't think he's a great teammate player in a
Well,
sense
I
at
think he's
times.
grown. I think he's grown tremendously,
Well, then like two
but
seasons ago, then we told Nisa that was your fault. You wouldn't have twisted your ankle if you'd have went where I told you to go.
oh, yeah.
I can't get over that
Yeah.
part like
That's
that.
true.
But we get
Never
to
mind. I take
the
it
daily
back.
challenge gets to be over. We get
Yes.
Jordan that wins. We get Karma Maria that wins. You already know when Karma Maria always wins because she acts like a little child. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Watching this season, or my wife and I took a little staycation, and we happened to get
Oh,
stuck
good for you.
watching. Yeah, got stuck watching like season 13 of Married at First Sight with Bao and Johnny,
Oh,
and he was like, he was talking to her like, it's a turn off me to acting like a kid. You know, every time I see Carl Maria do some things, I'm like, oh, Paulie must really be into the adolescentness of Carl Maria because that doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? Plus, I think Carl Maria
right.
stinks. That's just me. I don't mean it's a competitor. I think she looks like somebody who smells all the time. That's
Oh,
just
like someone who lives on a pirate ship and doesn't have access to water?
they have water, but rather like just put the fish in the water. So even that water is
Priorities,
smelly.
priorities,
The
priorities.
priorities are not there. So we know who's going in because we get Michelle that loses, and then the target of Olivia. So you already know that like this is the first time there's no deliberation because you had
Right,
two targets
because
lose.
right, Cara Maria wins, so
One the
she's not an
target,
option.
right?
And then you have Olivia, who is just waiting for the outcome of Aviv and Michelle, and
Hmm.
Michelle ends up losing. And
Yeah,
so it's an automatic in because Michelle automatically goes in, and Olivia, because there's no other target that can be presented at deliberation, so it's an automatic in, and they're best friends.
and this
Um,
gives us 40 minutes of them deliberating, not deliberating, at the bar, crying and taking notes of how to take notes of how I don't want to go in, but you gotta go in. But I don't
you
want you
gotta
to
go
lose,
in.
but you gotta do it. You give it your all, baby,
Yeah.
baby.
Guess what? It's life. We've all done things we don't want to do. But grow up, girlfriend.
Including
Grow
bananas.
up.
It's work theme, bro. You gotta grow up. You don't want to
You
be a
gotta grow
backpack
up.
forever. Can't be a backpack forever. We're gonna take a break tonight, y'all. We're gonna come back. We have other things here on Unpop Review Entertainment, and we appreciate you guys for always tuning in, checking in, and locking in. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the network. Immediately following Unpopular Entertainment, we got Unpopular Review Wrestling, where Cactus Catie will be joined tonight and talking some AEW, the Hurt Syndicate, and much more going down tonight. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll be right back, y'all, to commercial break. See what else we got to come right here around the neighborhood here, guys, on Unpopular Review Entertainment. We'll be right back.
During holiday travel, some people get delirious,
Taxi!
some get delayed, and some get Del Griffin.
American Light and Fixture, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
Neil Page got all three.
I was on my way home to spend a nice holiday with my family. Instead, I'm in a motel bed with a stranger.
So instead of Thanksgiving with his family, he's spending 3 days with the turkey. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
In a new film by John Hughes.
And look at the way you dress.
What do you expect me to wear, Armani suit?
No, but you don't have to speak and dress so...
Black?
Well, yes, black.
You are straight up whiter than the whitest white man. Then he meets Natalie.
I'm kicking it alive. You ever been to Harlem, baby?
You never been to Harlem before?
Hey, home dudes. What is going on? Excuse us.
It's about moving up, making the cut, suiting up for success, and making an investment in love.
This is love. I'll tell you something, man. That ham is cooked, glazed, and ready to be sliced.
Tommy Davidson, Joseph C. Phillips, and Halle Berry. Strictly Business.
some of the things we got coming up here on Unpop Review Entertainment as we finish up our business month. We did Wall Street. We did The Wolf of Wall Street as well. And then just strictly business tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And then the following week, we are bringing in our Thanksgiving themed movies. So we have Soul Food, Who Bought the Potato Salad, and we're starting off with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, a classic from John Hughes Films. And again, make sure you check out other things here on Unpop Review Entertainment as well as Husband and Wife Review Show, as well as the Superman and Lois post show, the Agatha after show, the Penguin conversation. If you guys have not watched the Penguin, then don't follow Mike Knoxxx on social media because I ruined it within the first hour and a half. I don't care if you did not watch the Penguin. That's on you. It's the hottest show on television. Now, Cactus Catie, we are talking the challenge. We know who's going into this damn thing at the end here. We know that it's Olivia, who I can't stand. We both think that she politicked herself all the way to this point. Shay's not here, so we can't make her mad. Right? She got upset with us last week. She even said it, girl, from Love Island to make it this far. Yes. All I remember you best for is the ball smacking you in your nose. I'm sorry. That's all I remember you for.
And being Horacio's partner.
Yeah, well, Horacio, I call him, the Challenge Jesus, but we may not see Challenge Jesus anymore, according to sources. So that would be a shame. Yep. But we get into the house, or they're on their way back from the challenge. This is where they felt that Michelle took a low blow. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Michelle took a low blow by mentioning the foot thing?
I think Michelle is looking for any drama that doesn't have her in it. So she apologized for it. I'm all about apologizing, and, that makes things right. But you asked for the drama. You're going to get the drama. And if Bananas is on that bus, he's not going to let drama go unnoticed. Which just brings everybody into the conversation. And Olivia's trying just to, stay out of it. And Michelle just keeps going. Like, girl, it wasn't like you didn't have a choice. You had the choice of winning or losing, and you are automatically gone in because you are the biggest loser tonight.
Yes, you are the biggest loser tonight. So we get them in this challenge. It's like they gotta go up this first of all, from one circle puzzle to a pyramid with balls to a circus relay kind of DNA marathon.
A DNA,
the theme of this episode was to get pregnant, right? That was the theme of this episode.
Clearly.
Have a baby, and be a millionaire. But 50 Cent would say, but don't have a baby by me because you'll be, 4 kids,
nope,
house and a mortgage and no dog. Okay, so
been there, done that. We're good now.
But then another puzzle. What did you think about this elimination? Because I just thought we talked about it before. Other than the Bananas drama that she brought, I didn't think it was that big of a deal what she said. Personally, that's just me.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I think it's mostly just Bananas driving that that pitchfork right into that barrel of hay because it has got drama written all over it, and he loves it. And that's one of the reasons the challenge has loved him for years to come.
But to me, he blew it up out of proportion more than she was by even mentioning it. And I felt Aviv felt that as well. So we get to this challenge, this finale, this ending, one of the most boringest ones. We haven't seen a hall brawl since. We better get a male hall brawl next week. So help me God. I seen little ass Nerese had to go against Olivia. Okay, size differential. Just look at it. Okay. Not fair to Nerese, little smally self that she is, a little precious little mouse.
Cutest little thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I need some more action. Again, yet another elimination without physicality. What is going on? It's supposed to be the challenge battle of the eras, right? Season 40. I feel like I'm watching season 6 when the Miz won on the beach. No offense towards the Miz. Because when his hands goes up, your mouth goes shut. You're taking elimination and Olivia losing.
Yes, Olivia lost. Michelle won at a nail-biting finish. I thought Olivia had this in the bag when the first part of the elimination proceeded, and then finished up with this puzzle word thing. And we all know Michelle is not good at puzzles. That's what led her into this elimination. Her boyfriend would be mortified if he knew how bad she's messed up on puzzles.
But is that really her boyfriend or just someone she's seen? Do we know? Are they official?
Well, they just posted a picture today on social media.
I guess that means they're official. It's all right, Devin. I like your girl. Only because I like Devin.
I mean, I like Devin too, but I like it because he's a smart ass and doesn't put up with shit
exactly.
without being physical, unless you mention his father, Mr. CT. But it was very extra boring. I'm gonna say it that way because I could literally just have it running in the background and not really miss a beat at all. It was totally to the point. You knew what was going to happen. Yes, there was a little bit of excitement, like who's going to get up to the top faster. But other than that, whoop-de-doo, here's the sticks. Let's go. Jack and Jill went up the hill, and one came tumbling down. That was it.
And I'm still thirsty, waiting for a glass of water for how boring this was. Dry my mouth out. I literally got up and, oh, the room wasn't made yet. Let me go make the room. I'm not missing anything here. So.
Exactly. I'm not really complaining because, we all know that we all do a million things at once. So, it was not hard to have that in the back burner. But, you know what? Olivia... Oh, sorry.
Oh, whoa.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, mother stuff. And she has another show to do, y'all. She has another show to do. Y'all hear that?
I have another show. Please pray for me. But yes,
who's joining you tonight?
What?
Who's joining you tonight?
That would be the lovely sheriff and the so opinionated, lovely Dan the man. So we'll see.
Well, I'm a big FTR fan, so I'm gonna be watching you guys. So overall thoughts of this episode.
This episode, it started really fresh. I liked it. I saw a lot of Cara Maria, which is one of my fans that I like to watch. I'm a fan of hers, And first, with the beginning of the episode, that there was going to be a lot more Josh. They had a lot of him at the beginning, but they kind of set back, which is good. A lot of bananas drama. But there's still so many contestants, Mike. So many contestants.
So
when is it going to end?
I say 3 more episodes.
You think? They're going to have
probably 16. I'm thinking 16, 17 episodes. This is episode 13.
Do you think that they'll have 10 people going into the final?
At least 8.
At least 8, 4 and 4.
At least 8. Yeah.
How many are left right now?
I think 14.
14, 7 and 7, roughly.
Yeah.
So we got at least 2 more episodes of eliminations.
At least 2 more episodes.
That would make sense.
I didn't like this episode too much.
I'm sorry. Yes. What did you think of the episode, Mike?
No. I didn't like it so much this week. I thought it was a okay daily, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
How fast it was, right? This makes you believe there has to be some double eliminations coming and some triple eliminations coming, or something has to be coming. And when's the next flip in the game, right? There's always triple or double flips. When's the next flip?
Right.
That's going to change the game to make this a little bit something. And we saw a little bit for the preview for next week. They're on top of the truck. Ooh, right? Nobody's afraid of that. Go watch The Summit. That's a show to be afraid of. I've seen things the road would never do. But other than that,
Summit. So
not too much of this episode for me, but I'm always here and can't we talk about it next week. So with that being said, Cactus, I'm going to get us up out of here. So you're going to get you a little bit more time in before you got to go do a review, another show on Unpop Review Entertainment Wrestling. Make sure you follow the Mike Knoxxx Show on my page, everybody, guys. The Mike Knoxxx Show, spelled like my name with 3 X's. And thank everybody for tuning in from the Twitter world. helping us maintain the #1 show here on New PRE for the Twitter of yours. We appreciate that. So make for you follow and like, and even our page there on YouTube as well, and come over to YouTube, that is, and like that page, and on Twitter as follow us as well. What's up, Catie?
And we have a Patreon now.
We've been had a Patreon, we just don't promote it.
Well, now we're promoting it. So
Okay.
if you want to go over there and check us out on Patreon, please go over. We have very inexpensive subscriptions, so it'll be fun. We're developing something new every day for that.
Because we have it somewhere. We will get it for you. So as they would say, just a second. All right. We'll see y'all next week, y'all.
Good
Peace
night.
out.